been putting this on the back burner for a while, but I thought at some point we should actually watch some Monday Night Football, some Thursday Night Football. I was thinking maybe starting in the fourth quarter, and I'm actually working on a setup so that I could sit right there in a comfy chair and watch the game on the TV and still be able to hear the play-by-play broadcast that's on Amazon Prime. But with a 9-9 game between the Broncos and Russell Wilson, who has looked like shit tonight, and the Indianapolis Colts, I felt the need for speed to jump on and to join you. So you can join on YouTube. You can also join on twitch.tv/Gallant Says. This is really something else. And I guess I have to actually change the title of this broadcast. I think it's too late. Whatever. I'm still learning how to use Twitch. I realized the other day that it doesn't really matter what you do on this. I mean, I've seen some people that are just putting Twitches out and they're just sitting there and they're not talking. So me and my fear of being underprepared and, I don't know, completely talking out of my ass, I just got to get over it and do this. So we're going to try to do this going forward after games on Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night. Maybe we'll join them depending on how they're going in the fourth quarter. But yeah, if you haven't been watching, I'm struggling to get over just how bad Russell Wilson has looked, especially with the last two interceptions that he threw. You saw the one that Stephon Gilmore got. Stephon Gilmore used to be the defensive player of the year. So at the very least, that one makes sense, but I don't know what Russ was doing on that play. They just showed the replay up on the Amazon broadcast where Russ was trying to fake a handoff to somebody and he missed it. So then he throws this slant pass into the end zone and he gets picked off. But before that, the interception he threw before that, I don't know what the fuck happened there. He's under pressure. He's off balance. He throws the ball straight up in the air. It gets intercepted. The guy returns it downfield. And Russ throws himself seemingly at a guy that's trying to block downfield. And, I mean, he missed his guy by a good 10, 15 yards or so. Reflect the Sun with a couple of comments. Wow, did the Seahawks escape paying a quarterback an insane contract? Honestly, it looks like they might have. With some of the numbers that Geno Smith has been putting together, I mean, maybe they did. And the Colts, by the way, they just moved. They got the football first and got a first down on, I think, their second play. So they are, as of right now, at the 44-yard line after that catch and run. I mean, Matt Ryan's looked like a dead husk in this game, and Russell Wilson has still looked worse. You even got your trademark Matt Ryan gets sacked and fumbles. I thought for sure that Denver would finally figure out how to pull away in this game. And I know going into it that Russell Wilson said that he had a shoulder injury, and we talked about that today. Maybe he's trying to put the narrative out there. But, I mean, if there was ever a game where the Broncos offense was going to wake up, it was today. CMAX17 on Twitch says, this is awful. I disagree. This has been fucking glorious. Do you see my shirt? Behold its glory. Am I the biggest hater of all time? Do I have problems? Yes and yes. Don't care. I've enjoyed the shit out of this. It's been amazing. Reflect the Sun. Seahawks finally got the best of John Elway. Well, that is a blast from the past. Russ flat out sucks, continues Reflect the Sun. Russ is getting cooked. Yeah, he's cooking himself. I think what's going to be interesting going forward if you're Broncos management, I mean, you can't do anything about the Russell Wilson contract. Is Russ going to find a way to blame this all on Nathaniel Hackett? Hackett's had his issues the first couple of weeks, no doubt. And by the way, the Colts are at the Broncos' 37-yard line catch. Now they are at the very least in field goal range down to Denver's 33. I don't know who any of these Colts wide receivers are after Michael Pittman. I kept on thinking that number 14 on them And I know they've shown his name a couple of times. I keep on thinking 14 is Brandon Stokely. Stokely played for the Broncos, wore number 14 there. I think it was like 80-something when he was with Indianapolis. Anyway, it's 2nd and 6 with 7:25 to play in this overtime period. And I mean, I kind of want Russ to get the ball again. I want to see him fuck it up. Don't you? Am I a bad person for feeling this way, by the way? Am I a bad person for, like, essentially rubbing my nips to Russell Wilson's struggles? Because, I mean, I'm definitely doing that. And can you blame me? I mean, it's been pretty fun today. Reflect the Sun says, rub them. This is not an OnlyFans, so I'm going to keep it to a minimum. Pay me a little cheddar to get me to get all sexual. I don't even have any drinks in here. All right, it's 3rd and 4. Will Matt Ryan get sacked on this play? They rushed 4. He's got time. Oh, no, he's trying to run. Oh, what are you fucking doing, dude? He scrambled up the middle. He got 1 yard, so it's going to be 4th down. I think the Colts are going to kick a field goal. Ryan is pointing at a Bronco defender like he cheap shot him. And here is not Rodrigo Blankenship. Here is somebody else. Chase McLuhan? I didn't know that was him kicking all those field goals. He had a 52-yarder, 51-yarder, 31-yarder. Remember when he was with the San Francisco 49ers in that game in 2019 against the Seahawks, and he came in to kick what would have been a game-winning field goal, and he just shanked the absolute shit out of it? StoneJam206 says, you're not going to make Ciara's gift list. Yeah, I don't think it was either way. That field goal is good. Good for... What the fuck? Oh, it's... Okay. I keep on forgetting this thing with the Amazon broadcast where it says good from 66 yards. So it would have been good from 66 yards, but it was good from... I don't know, like 48 or something like that. That confuses the hell out of me every single time I see it. So we will have one more chance to see whether or not Russell Wilson can score and, redeem himself for what has been an absolutely wretched performance. Who do you blame this on afterwards? And I know that things have gotten pretty sad for me. I mean, I cover the Houston Texans. The Texans lost to Russell Wilson. They tied Matt Ryan. They lost to Justin Fields, who had his offensive coordinator today talking about his struggles and saying, yeah, Fields actually should have a lower completion percentage because there's some passes that he should have thrown away because he's completing, I think, something around 50% of his passes. They got really on him, and the Texans lost to that guy. So that's who I cover on a daily basis. I have left Seattle, and at the very least, the Seahawks have been fun. I haven't watched the games closely the first couple of weeks, but Geno Smith, I know, numbers-wise, is crushing it. And he's even getting a little cocky about it. Someone asked him about his passer rating being towards the top of the league today, and he said, like, well, are you surprised by it? And yes, everyone's fucking surprised by it, Geno. And he said, like, well, clearly you've never seen me throw. Calm the fuck down, okay? I mean, you had a DUI this offseason, and honestly, you shouldn't even be on the team. But whatever, you're playing well. JJ Fawcett says, hey, Paul, Seattle listener, this is hilarious. It really is. I mean, I don't think that people outside of Seattle just get how fucking fun this is tonight. This is amazing. I can't get over it. So Russ and the Broncos come back out. Russ is 6-5-1 in the overtime when having at least one possession over the course of his career. I didn't know that Geno had a game against Baylor, 656 passing yards and 6 touchdowns. I remember him playing against Syracuse, and he stunk. Okay, so it's 1st and 10. You got a play action fake rush. Oh, it's a screen pass. Okay, they're not challenging things at all. And that is a nice catch and run by Melvin Gordon III, who fumbles the ball over and over and over again. He is still in the game. Man, there's just not a lot of faith that Denver seems to have in Russ. And I think part of it might be Russ learning a Nathaniel Hackett offense, but at a certain point, it's the actual play of the quarterback itself. He's got good receivers. Cortland Sutton's a good receiver. KJ Hamler's a good receiver. Jerry Jeudy, of course, is a good wide receiver. I mean, they're without Tim Patrick, but Russ just threw it deep, wide open. Oh, Jerry Jeudy, he's down to the 14-yard line for the Colts. Okay, well, see, this is sort of what you expect. He was wide open. What kind of route was he running? Amazon's showing the replay right now. Oh, it was like a fake block, and he ran a wheel route to the right sideline. Russ didn't put that ball quite on the money. Some comments. DUIs usually mean you have a drinking problem. Sometimes. Sometimes someone just made a bad decision. Every Denver loss equals a better Seahawks draft pick, continues Reflect the Sun. Now, that is true. Okay, Melvin Gordon just got a handoff to the right, so it's going to be like 2nd and 7. The Broncos' red zone offense has been hilariously bad this year. And, I mean, a lot of people thought maybe the Broncos hired Nathaniel Hackett to bring Aaron Rodgers away from Green Bay to Denver to be closer to nature and to ayahuasca. Didn't work out. They get Russ. And I really still am shocked. I mean, we're now 5 games in. Handed it off up the middle to Melvin Gordon. He just ran for about 6 yards. Did a flip, tackled, 3:40 to play with the Colts up 12-9. Yeah, I think that the Broncos are going to end up scoring a touchdown here with the way things are moving. I hope that I end up being wrong, but they still haven't scored a touchdown is really amazing. 3rd and 2. I wonder if they'll go for it so they don't get it on this 3rd and 2. Maybe go for it on 4th down. Russ is in the shotgun with 2 wide receivers to the left. It's a handoff up the middle, and he got stuffed. Oh, man, it's going to be 4th and 1. Oh, what are the Broncos going to do here? Oh, are they going to kick a field goal? Or are they going to go for it? Hackett's calling into his play sheet. It looks like they're going to go for it. Maybe they try to get a delay of game call. There's 20 seconds left on the play clock. We know how Russ is sometimes with that play clock. They had sarcastic chants, I think, in week 2 against the Texans of counting down the play clock. And he just called a timeout. Okay, yeah, I think they rethought that. 11 seconds left on the play clock. I'm not sure what they might have called there. That they went no huddle essentially up to the line of scrimmage means that they probably weren't going to do anything other than try to perhaps draw the Colts off sides, but I don't get the timeout here. Showing a shot up in the Broncos coach's box, and you read the facial expressions of those guys, all of them seem annoyed. I wonder what they are annoyed with. Reflect the Sun says, LOL, Russ with the play clock. Yeah. I mean, I blamed it partly on Pete Carroll too, but I mean, it does seem to be a consistent theme. And while I haven't watched a lot of Seahawks games over the last couple of games, of course, the Geno Smith era, I gotta say, it's the one commonality. And what do you point at when you see something happen in 2 different locations? The guy who's in both of those locations. Okay, 4th and 1. They're in the shotgun on 4th and 1. 2 receivers to the right and a tight end, plus a running back to the left. You got a wide receiver. It's Cortland Sutton, the short side of the field. And they just call another timeout? Okay, the Colts called the timeout first. Now the Broncos called a timeout. And this is hilarious. This game just won't end. I'm very curious about how the Al Michaels / I think Kirk Herbstreit's very excited to be doing this Thursday night game. I think Al Michaels is like, yo, I could have been fucking retired. What am I doing here? Last week, I have to tiptoe around talking about Tua Tagovailoa suffering a brain injury in the middle of the field. Tonight, I'm watching just an absolute offensive disaster. JJ Fawcett says, would love to hear you and Nick Wright talk Russ. I got to have Nick on my show at some point soon on ESPN 97.5. I haven't talked to him in a while. Did send him a text. It was his birthday this week. He seems to be doing well. Okay, they're going for it. Russ is standing in, throws it over the middle. It's incomplete! Oh, what are you... Oh, man, This is hysterical. He threw it into tight coverage, too. I'm waiting to see the replay here. I don't know who deflected it. He does not look like he is operating with a neutral mindset right there. Let's see what happened. Okay, so Courtland Sutton ran essentially... Oh, and he got crossed up in traffic. He threw that. The Colt defensive back was in good position there. So I don't know where he was looking, if he was looking at any other wide receivers on that play. And that was Stephon Gilmore wearing number 5. I'm still confused by these new numbers. But Gilmore jammed Sutton, made Sutton go outside and around him. And shit, as a Patriots fan, I miss Stephon Gilmore. Wow. Man, that was a hell of a play by... And then you see Hamler is slamming his helmet down on the field. Was he wide open or something? Oh, no, I don't think he was open either. He had a guy in front of him. I mean, Russ threw it to 2 Broncos receivers next to each other with 2 Colt defensive backs right there. That's going to do it. Wow, guys. All right, we got to do this again. Oh, yeah. Now I'm getting a little horny. I see. Why is Jennifer Lopez stripping down to her skivvies, and why is this on in the background? I have no idea what's going on. Jesus, J-Lo is looking hot. Okay. Yep, I got work to do for tomorrow's show. I'm not going to do anything else, but I appreciate everybody who joined me for this very fun kumbaya session as we watch Russell Wilson fail. Whatever. Don't act like you're above it. Embrace your inner Silky Johnson. Hate, 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 hate. Am I watching the playoffs tomorrow, Stone Jam 206? I'm actually going to be at the ACL Festival in Austin, but I will try to watch it on my phone. Hopefully they will have a TV somewhere there. I was thinking about what to wear. I'll be wearing my Gary Payton Sonics jersey in solidarity. I'm not sure how much longer I can be in solidarity. I think I'm going to actually have to pick a side for the Astros-Mariners series if that does happen. Anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks for Fleck the Sun. Thanks, Stone Jam 206. Thank you as well to JJ Fawcett and everybody else who joined it. We'll do more of these CMAX 17. So long. Farewell. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend.